guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing some BH Cosmetics palettes. I just received my order, so I'm so excited. I ordered the new palette that came out, as well as some eye bases and a couple other palettes that I was interested in. So I got a total of 3 palettes: a Diamond Dazzler loose foil pigment and a base booster glitter and shadow glue. So I'm so excited for this. Oh my gosh, you guys, these palettes are so cute. The first palette is the BH Cosmetics Flower Power palette. This looks so pretty, and it is really nicely packaged actually. It's actually packaged in plastic, so let me open this up here. This is what the Flower Power palette looks like. Very beautiful. Kind of gives me Norvina Anastasia Beverly Hills vibes, to be honest. Very beautiful. You can totally look at some of these beautiful shades. They're pretty small, like compared to my finger there. They look really tiny, but they look so pretty. So this is the first palette. The second palette that I got is the Avocado Toast palette. This is the Weekend Vibes Avocado Toast palette. Oh, I love this packaging. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh my god, these shades. It has a nice mirror. Look at these shades, you guys. I know the packaging is kind of blinding, but those greens look very pretty. I actually wiped my makeup off on my eyes so I can try some of these palettes on my eyes. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. And the last palette that I got, which I'm so excited about is the Blueberry Muffins palette. I've heard so many things about this palette, and this is the one that I'm the most excited to talk about and try on my eyes. Oh my god. Ooh, look at this palette. Look at those shadows. You get a pretty big mirror here. So pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was looking at Mariela's Instagram. If you guys don't watch her, Mariela, Makeup with Mariela here on YouTube, she does some very beautiful looks, and she posted an Instagram picture, which I'll try to post here. Her beautiful, it was just beautiful. So yeah, this is the packaging for this one. Very pretty. The Dazzle shadow that I got is the Diamond Dazzler loose foil pigment in the shade Precious. This was just really calling my attention. It looks like a silver with kind of like a green. Okay, so this is what it comes in. It has like a sifter packaging, and you can remove this. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I'm so excited for this shade. Let me just move this around a little bit. This is what the shade looks like. It looks very pretty. Oh my god, that's so nice. That's the Diamond Dazzler in Precious. So pretty. It has like a little sifter. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that as well. It kind of looks like it's gonna go really pretty with the Blueberry palette, even with the Avocado palette. Some green with this on the lid. Oh, so pretty. And I picked up the base booster because my eye primer is kind of getting older, the NYX glitter glue. This is the base booster glitter and shadow glue from BH Cosmetics. This was like $2. Very affordable, so I'm really excited to try this. So moving everything to the side, it came in a really nice box packaging. Everything was nicely packaged, you know, really nice packaging for what you're paying. So let's talk about these palettes. I'll post everything down below, but basically I received these palettes because the reason I purchased these palettes, I just keep seeing people talk about them, and I got them on sale actually. So I used their code that was like 10% off when I signed up for their emails. And basically I got the palettes for the Blueberry palette retails for, okay, so the total of the order was $44. So I got this one for $13.50. The Avocado, same thing, $13.50. And the new Flower Power one I got for $12. So I actually believe I got a little bit more of a discount, but the Dazzling shadow is $2.80, and the glitter glue is $2.80 as well, which I thought was very nice. I kind of just added these for the order to be free shipping, so those were kind of added ones. But let's go ahead and swatch some of these palettes because I'm so excited. We're going to start with the Flower Power palette, and I'm going to go ahead and swatch here in my hand going down. So let's go ahead and start swatching these shades. Very pretty packaging. The first shadow is called Dream, which looks like a lavender shadow. Very pigmented. The second one is a shimmer with a little bit of like purple reflex. It's called Peace. Has a little bit of a shift of purple I see throughout. right there. The third one is Hippie, which is another kind of pinky purple shimmer. Kind of more like of a Barney color. Reminds me of Barney. That's what that one looks like. The fourth shadow is called Wild, which is a true purple shimmer. ¿Qué, mi amor? Really pretty. Second row, we're going into the first color, which is Chill, which seems like a cream base color. Then the second shade is Groovy, which is like a more bronzy shade. Very pretty. The third shadow in the second row is called Foxy, which is more of like a neutral, kind of more like of a transition color, a little bit of a pink undertone. The fourth shade in the second row is called Radical, which is more of like a kind of like a chocolate brown. Has a little bit more of a warmer base, kind of like pinky purple base, a little bit of plum in there. Third row, we're going into the first shade, which is a very light lavender shade in Daisy. Second shade in the third row is called Lava Lamp. This looks very similar to this one, but it's a little bit more blue toned. Third shade in that row is called Unity, which looks like a very pretty pink. Moving on to the top here, we're going to go into the last shade, which is called Love. Looks like a very deep pink. I'll go ahead and swatch it there. So those are the first 3 rows of the palette. Last row, we're going into the first shade called Vibe, which seems like a very neutral brown. Second shade in the last row is called Disco, which seems like a very pretty champagne color. Third shade in the last row is called Dig It. Dig It. Very pretty. A little bit more warm than this one here in Radical. So Dig It, a little warmer. Last shade is called Boogie, which seems like a deep plum shade. Kind of overlapping there a little bit, but that is like a deep plum shade right there. Very pretty color story. Really excited for this palette. That is the Flower Power palette. Alright, I'm going to wash these swatches off real quick. I will say they were very easy to remove, just one swipe and they were gone with a wipey. So that's good. Second palette I'm going to go ahead and swatch is the Avocado Toast palette. This one has a total of 16 shades as well. These are what the shades in the palette look like. This is a much smaller version. So I'll go ahead and show you the Flower Power next to the Avocado. You can see the size difference. Oops. Very much a smaller pan size. So I'm going to go ahead and start the first row here. Going across. First shade here is Avocado, which is so cute. That's the first shade. Second shade from the first row is Pink Salt, which seems like a very light, pretty pink kind of salmon shade. I'm going to add a little bit more just so you guys can get a true look of the color. Third shade from the first row is called Expensive. This is more of a like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a purpley kind of bronze shade. For fourth and final color from the first row is called Spicy. Very unique color story. First shade from the second row is called Lemon Pepper. This is so pretty. Second shade from the second row is Avocado Toast. Third shade from the second row is called the Ripe, which seems like it has a little bit of a green tone in it, or like a blue tone in it. Last shade from the second row is called Haas, like Avocado Haas. Really pretty. Oh my goodness. That is the first and second rows. Going on the third row, the first shade is Over Easy. It's like a little bit of a, kind of like a cream yellow. Gonna add a little bit more. So that's the shade here in Over Easy that has a little bit of a cream yellow base. The second shade from the third row is Superfood. These swatch so beautifully. I'm so impressed with this formulation. Third row from the third row is called, third shade is called Paprika. Third shade from the third row. Last shade from the third row is called Pitch. It's a true chocolate brown. First shade from the last row is Green Juice. Oh, this shade is so pretty. That's Green Juice. Second shade from the last row is called the Guac, which has a little bit of a blue. It's kind of like a teal color. Third shade from the last row, I'm sorry, it's called Extra. Oh, that's pretty. And last shade from the last row is called Holy Moly. And it's True Black. Those look really pretty together. What an intense look. Super pretty. So that is the Avocado Toast palette from BH Cosmetics. That shade has like a shift. Do you guys see that? This shade right here has almost like a red shift. I don't know how to explain it. But we're going to go move on to the last palette, which is the Blueberry Muffin palette. Alright, so the last palette is the Blueberry Muffin palette. And these are the Weekend Vibes Edition palettes. We're going to start with the first row here. The first shade is called Sweet. I can tell I'm going to love these shadows. The second shade is called Cheat Day from the first row. The third shade from the first row is called Crumble. Oh my god. The fourth shade from the first row is called Decadent, which almost looks like a bluey kind of purple plum, dark, beautiful color. Second row, the first shade you have is called Sugared. Second shade from the second row is called Cravings. Has more of a blue base than the first shade. Third shade from the second row is called Treat, which is a gray tone, cool tone color. Last shade from the second row is 350 Degrees. They're kind of looking a little bit more patchy, but that could just be me swatching these shades. Third row, we're going into the first shade called So Good. A little bit of a deeper blue. Second shade from the third row is called Tempting. Oh, this shade is so pretty. Oh my goodness. And they're so buttery smooth. That is Tempting. Third shade from the third row is called Yummy. Another beautiful color. Very beautiful. Last shade from the third row is called Baker's Dozen. This is like a dark shade with a little bit of shimmer in it. Not my favorite type of shade, but can't choose that. That's not my, but it looks like a really nice shade. Last row, the first shade is called Hot and Fresh. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Second shade from the last row is called Delish. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Some black left over from the last palette. Third shade in the last row is called Fluffy, which is like a cream pinky base, kind of like the first shade, but it's a little bit, or I'm sorry, no, I'm thinking of the other palette. Never mind. A little bit of a pink tinge. And last shade from the last row is called Stud Muffin. So this is the Blueberry Muffin BH Cosmetics palette. Very beautiful. All right. So I'm not sure what I want to do for an eye look. I had a previous like peachy look. I think since I'm wearing a blue shirt, since I did change my shirt, I'm going to go with the Blueberry Muffin palette. That's the one that I've been intrigued to play with the most. And then I'll probably do like a couple of videos. I'm going to try to do like kind of the same style that Angie here on YouTube does. If you guys don't watch her, Beauty with Andy, I'll go ahead and post her down below. She is a smaller creator like me. She does like 3 days, 3 looks with one palette. So I think that's what I'm going to kind of do. I already did prime my eyes. I used my Natasha Denona eye base. And I did set my eyes with Brighten Up Banana Powder from Essence. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab my brushes here. I'm going to start with the first palette here in Blueberry Muffin. I think I'm going to go with the shade in Cheat Day. I kind of want to use Cheat Day here. I'm going to grab a clean, fluffy Delium Tools tapered blending brush. I'm going to grab my color switch from Vermona just so I can swatch or clean my shadow brush in between. So my brush is clean. I'm going to go in with Cheat Day all over my crease. There's some kick up in the pan. This is blending out nicely. I'm not getting any patchiness or anything. Oh my god, this is so pretty. There's no patchiness. I'm blending it nicely. I'm not getting any difficulty with this. I'm gonna go ahead and go in the same thing on the other. Actually, no. I'm gonna use a little bit more here in my crease. And then I'm gonna grab a smaller brush. This is a random Morphe brush. It's a little bit smaller and more dense. So I'm actually gonna pick this brush up. And I'm gonna go into the shade So Good, which is a little bit deeper. Right here. Apply it to the outer part of my eye. There is some kick up in the pan. Doesn't bother me. I'm going to put in the inner part of my eye as well. Kind of blend. What's up? So I blended the shade in the inner part of my eye and the outer. I'm not getting a lot of fallout, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and go into the shade in Tempting, which is the shade that caught my attention. Just put it in the middle of my eye here. I did get some fallout with that shade, but nothing major. I'm going to grab the blender brush that I used on the outer and inner and just kind of blend. I'm gonna grab my powder brush and blend away some of this blue. Okay. Then I'm gonna grab a teensy bit of Yummy, which is like this purple kind of shift, and add a little bit to the inner part, just to add a little more shimmer here, like a little bit of lightness. I really like this look. It's so pretty. I'm going to do the same thing on my lower lash. I'm going to grab a thinner brush. And I'm going to grab the shade in Decadent, which is this deeper shade up top here. Ugh, you can't even see that right there. I'm going to run that on my lower lash. Well, this will be a very purple shade. And then I'm going to grab the shade in Cravings, which is this shade that had a little bit of shift of purple. Put it in my inner corner. Jesus, that's bright. Okay. Super pretty. I'm just curl my lash really quick. And that's the first eye look. I'm really surprised by this formulation. I really do like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go back into the palette. I'm going to go into a little bit of Delish, which is this lighter blue, just to kind of add it to my crease. That's perfect. Okay. So this is look 1 with the Blueberry BH Cosmetics palette. I'm really excited to keep playing with this palette. I'm so excited. The next palette I'm going to be using is the Flower Power palette. This is the one that I want to use next on this eye here. So I'm going to start with the base shade, and the base shade's name is Chill, which is like a cream beige shade. I'm going to grab Chill and just kind of run it on my eyebrow here. This doesn't have a mirror, so that's kind of a bummer. I wish they did put a mirror in it. So I'll just be using the mirror in the BH Blueberry palette. I'm gonna grab the shade in Foxy, which is this like pinky kind of neutral pink shade, and I'm gonna blend it into my crease. Very pigmented right off the bat. Oh my god, that's so pretty. These are so easy to blend. I haven't played with BH Cosmetics in a long time. I think I actually decluttered my last BH Cosmetics palette in my last declutter. It was the Weekend Vibes palette, I think, or like the BH Festival, Weekend Festival or something like that. Okay, that's very pretty. I'm going to go into the shade Love, which is this deeper kind of Barney color that I talked about. This is so pretty. And just kind of blend it on the outer part of my eye here. This is just so pretty. I'm gonna go into the shade, I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm gonna go into Unity, which is this more deeper pink, with a different brush. I'm gonna use this Moon Dust Shadow Brush from Urban Decay in E210 to grab the shade in Unity. Just on the inner part of my eye here. You can see it's much lighter than this one. I'm going to grab a clean blender brush and I'm just going to kind of dust off some of the outer parts so it's not so crazy. I'm going to grab the same first brush and just kind of blend. I'm going to go back into the first shade that I used in Foxy, which is like that purple or like the light peach. I kind of used this shade, and this shade. So I used all of these shades. I'm going to go back into the first shade, Foxy, here. And I'm going to just use it on my crease. Just so I don't lose that shade. There's absolutely no patchiness or any problems with the shades blending. I'm going to use the glitter glue, the glitter eye base on my eye. This eye, I'm going to grab a little bit here in my hand. It's white. I'm going to grab a crease brush. I'll just use this random Morphe crease brush. Let me see here. This will help with the fallout as well, and to make the color look a little bit more intense. It is going on clear, so that's good. The shade that I'm going to grab is the shade in Groovy, right there. And I'm just going to apply it on the part where I added the shimmer. Oh my god, that's so pretty. And like I said, this helps the shadows stick and have no fallout on my eye. I'm going to add a little bit more of the glitter glue on the middle part of the eye, kind of going towards the end here. And I want to grab the same palette, and I'm going to grab the deeper pink, which is called Peace, which is this like shimmery pink. I'm hoping this doesn't make it look crazy and too crazy, but we'll see. See, I would almost use that shade alone because it has like a little bit of purple reflect in it, but I don't mind it being like that. I feel like it doesn't really go. What can I do? What can I do? I actually think I'm gonna add a little bit more glitter glue here on the part of my eye that's like the top here. And I'm gonna grab a more detailed pencil brush, like a liner. I'm gonna grab the same shade that I used on the outer part of the eye. Just kind of add it like that, maybe. Has like a shift of purple and pink. I'm not really sure if I'm liking this eye look, but I think that'll do. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to grab a liner brush, just a small liner brush here, and I'm going to try to go into the shade Dream, which is that very lavender shade, and doing kind of like a full liner here. I have some fallout. Just gonna brush it out. I really like that. Okay, the thing here is this shade in the crease is not really working for us, but this is what that eye looks like. Very different for my liking. I haven't done really crazy looks like this in a while, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna add more of that pink in Love on the outer part here, just to kind of blend away some of that shimmer. Okay, I think that's good. For the lower lash, I'm going to grab a smaller detail brush. I'm going to grab the end of this one Anastasia Beverly Hills liner or pencil. I'm going to grab the shade in Love that I used all a part of the outer part of my eye, the deeper one. Kind of to tie the whole look together here. And then on the inner corner, I'm going to grab that crazy shade in Peace. Just applying it here. I'm gonna grab my fluffy brush and just dust off any excess. And that is the finished look with the Flower palette, Flower Power. And this is the Blueberry palette. Very pretty. I do really like these palettes. I'm really excited for more looks with these palettes. Super, super pretty. Inspired by Mariela here with that color on the liner. I wish it was a little bit darker, but that's okay. I like the looks. Like I said, blueberries on this side. Power Love is on this side. And I will probably be doing a future video with the avocado toast. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys find the time to hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.